Picture yourself standing at a crossroads in a dense forest, the path ahead shrouded in fog. This isn't just a hike gone wrong, it's a metaphor for those moments when life blindsides you. You missed a crucial opportunity at work, or perhaps a long-term relationship suddenly ended. In these moments, frustration and uncertainty aren't just inconveniences, they feel like towering giants blocking your way. But what if I told you that these giants are actually gatekeepers to a form of inner strength? In this video, we go deeply into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. We're not just offering coping mechanisms, we're offering a roadmap for converting your toughest failures into opportunities for unwavering tranquility and resilience. Get ready to set off on a quest that goes beyond simple survival. We'll equip you with 7 Stoic practices that are essential for anyone navigating the complexities of the 21st century. This isn't just about dealing with life's curveballs, it's about rewiring your mindset to see challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. So if you're ready to turn life's obstacles into opportunities, to build a mindset that thrives under pressure, and to cultivate a life of calm in a world of chaos, this video is for you. Join us and transform the way you navigate life's path, one exercise at a time. Negative visualization. Negative visualization isn't doom and gloom, it's about strategic foresight. Picture this, you're leading a critical project at work, and suddenly, a key team member quits. Or imagine you're planning a significant anniversary dinner, but there's a last-minute cancellation from the restaurant. Now, pause, these scenarios haven't happened, but if they do, you're not caught off guard. Why does this matter? Firstly, it arms you against life's unexpected turns. When you're thrown a curveball like a sudden health scare or a major financial setback, you don't crumble, you adapt because mentally, you've been there before. Secondly, it amplifies gratitude. When things go smoothly, like a successful project completion or a family gathering that goes just right, you savor these moments more because you know they're not guaranteed. Worried this might make you a worrywart? Stoicism tells us it's the opposite. It's not obsessing over what could go wrong but acknowledging these possibilities to weaken their emotional grip on you. This practice isn't about expecting disaster, it's about accepting life's unpredictability with a prepared mind. Remember, frustration arises not from events but from your reaction to them. When you've mentally rehearsed challenges, your real-life response shifts from panic to poise. So, next time you're in a quiet moment, visualize these potential bumps, and then let them go. You'll find yourself handling life surprises not with the shock of the uninitiated but with the calm of a seasoned Stoic. Grasp the present. In the hustle of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in the next big thing. You might be working towards that senior role at work, planning for retirement, or juggling family responsibilities. But in this pursuit, the here and now often slips away unnoticed. Stoicism teaches us the value of the present in a world rife with distractions, endless emails, social media, the 24-hour news cycle. Focusing on the now is more challenging yet more essential than ever. Think about it, frustration often arises when we're stuck on things we can't change or anxious about the future. Perhaps you're dealing with the stress of managing a team at work or concerned about your children's future. By anchoring yourself in the present, you take control of your time, effectively sealing off the leaks of energy spent on past regrets or future worries. This doesn't mean ignoring future planning or not learning from past experiences, it's about not letting these thoughts overshadow your current experience. So, how do you stay present? Start by setting boundaries with technology. Designate times to check emails or social media. Engage in activities that require your full attention, like a hobby, exercise, or spending quality time with family. When you're with your kids, be fully with them. When you're working on a project, immerse yourself in it. Living in the present also helps manage frustration by focusing on what you can do right now. It cuts through the clutter of life, bringing clarity and peace. Through living in the now, you shrink the breeding ground for frustration. You can't control everything in life, but you can control where you direct your attention, and when that attention is firmly on the present moment, you'll find many of your worries and frustrations simply evaporate. Focus on what you can control. Remember, we suffer not from the events in our lives but from our judgments about them. Marcus Aurelius. Navigating the complexities of modern life often involves balancing professional demands, family responsibilities, and personal well-being. This section explores the Stoic practice of focusing on what's within our control, a principle that can be transformative in managing these aspects of life. Picture this, you're facing a challenging situation at work, maybe a project setback or a difficult interaction with a colleague. Instead of getting wrapped up in frustration, ask yourself, what part of the situation can I influence? Focus there. It's like sorting through a toolbox, picking the right tool for the job. You can't fix a leak with a hammer, just as you can't change another person's behavior. But you can adjust your response, your approach, your mindset. Incorporating this Stoic wisdom into daily life can be as simple as starting your day with a 5-minute reflection. Ask yourself, what might challenge my patience today, and how will I choose to respond? Keep a journal to track these reflections and your responses. You might be surprised by your own growth over time. Let me share a personal story. Recently, I had to deal with a major home repair that was both unexpected and costly. Initially, I felt overwhelmed. But then I paused and asked myself, what can I actually control here? This shift in perspective didn't fix the broken pipe, but it did help me handle the situation more calmly and efficiently. Imagine a society in which everyone adhered to this Stoic principle. Picture fewer instances of frustration over things like traffic delays or long lines at the store. It's about creating a more harmonious, less stressful world, starting with our own reactions. Focus on your circle of control. By doing so, you'll not only enhance your own life but also positively impact those around you. Reframing desires. Understanding the interplay between desire and frustration can be transformative. Stoicism teaches us about the dichotomy of desires, distinguishing between those that are essential and those that are excessive. Essential desires are our basic needs: food, shelter, and health. Excessive desires, however, include pursuits like relentless ambition for fame or wealth. These are often the root of dissatisfaction, and frustration is a common experience, especially in our demographic, constantly seeking more, be it in terms of financial success, recognition, or material possessions. Yet, this pursuit often leads to a paradoxical outcome: the more we chase, the less fulfilled we feel. This is the essence of excessive desires, akin to chasing a horizon always visible yet perpetually out of reach. Stoicism doesn't suggest we eradicate all desires. That would be neither practical nor beneficial. Instead, it advocates for a mindful approach to managing them. When frustration arises from unmet wants, it's crucial to evaluate the real value of these wants. By realigning our desires, we can significantly reduce our levels of frustration. When our goals are realistic and not based on superficial achievements, we naturally encounter less disappointment and consequently less frustration. This Stoic approach to desires is akin to a mental recalibration. It refines your objectives, sharpens your focus, and heightens your overall life satisfaction. By simplifying your goal-setting process, you effectively reduce the potential for frustration. Start by examining and streamlining your desires. This process will not only declutter your life's ambitions but also steer you towards a more fulfilling and purpose-driven existence, free from the relentless chase of fleeting and unfulfilling desires. Amor fati. Welcoming life's challenges as destiny is a key principle that resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy. Also known as amor fati, this concept is a step beyond mere acceptance of life's unforeseen events. It's about loving and accepting them from the bottom of your heart. It teaches us that every event, whether initially perceived as good or bad, is a hidden gem of opportunity. Let's say you've just been let go from your job. Rather than sinking into despair, view this as a golden chance to pivot your professional path or to learn a skill you've always been curious about. Similarly, the end of a relationship, while painful, might be life's way of redirecting you towards something greater. It's important to realize that accepting your fate does not mean suppressing your emotions. Feeling sad, upset, or let down is part of the human experience. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to acknowledge these feelings but then challenges us to transform them into something constructive. When faced with a setback, ask yourself, how can this moment be a stepping stone to personal growth? It's about reinterpreting what's traditionally viewed as negative into something beneficial. Adopting the mindset of amor fati is liberating. It moves you away from a cycle of resentment and blame, which can be emotionally exhausting. When you shift from a "why is this happening to me" attitude to a "what can this teach me" perspective, you open yourself to a more empowering and positive outlook on life. The beauty of welcoming your destiny lies in its transformative power. It turns life's challenges into lessons and opportunities for self-improvement. When you hit a roadblock, don't merely tolerate it, welcome it as a friend. This isn't about overlooking the difficulties life presents. Instead, it's about finding the silver lining in every cloud. It's about discovering joy in the challenges, not just in their resolution. So, whenever life throws you a curveball, don't just stand there, catch it and throw it back with interest. By embracing your destiny, you're not just passively accepting your fate, you're actively engaging with it, learning from it, and growing with it. This attitude doesn't just make life bearable, it makes it exciting and meaningful. It's not about waiting for the storm to pass but about learning to dance in the midst of the tempest. Welcoming your destiny is not just a Stoic practice but a life skill that offers profound wisdom. It's a mindset that encourages us to see life's obstacles not as hindrances but as catalysts for growth and self-discovery. When you adopt this philosophy, you start to view life's ups and downs with a sense of curiosity and enthusiasm, rather than dread or despair. It's about transforming every experience, good or bad, into a valuable life lesson. Remember, it's not the events themselves that shape us but our reactions to them. Gaining perspective by stepping back is crucial. Align your desires with reality, and you will find harmony in life. This insight, drawn from the teachings of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, is our starting point. It's similar to the technique used in films where the camera pulls back to reveal a broader scene, reminding us that our personal challenges are just a small part of a larger picture. Take an everyday frustration like a Wi-Fi disruption. If we step back and look at this in the context of our entire life, it suddenly seems much less significant. This shift in perspective can swiftly dissolve our frustration. It's important to clarify that this approach is not about trivializing your problems. Instead, it's about recognizing that often the intensity of our problems is amplified by our own perceptions. We have a tendency to exaggerate small issues, making them appear larger and more daunting than they truly are. Adopting a broader perspective is not about avoiding your problems. You can't ignore pressing issues like a leaky faucet or an urgent work project. However, you can change the way you perceive these challenges by considering their significance in the grand scheme of your life. They suddenly appear more manageable. This method is effective because it reduces the perceived magnitude of your problems while simultaneously increasing your appreciation for the positive aspects of your life, good health, a stable home, and so on. Supportive relationships are far more valuable than temporary inconveniences. This Stoic practice is more than just a mental exercise, it's a way of realigning your focus on what truly matters. When you concentrate on the big picture, the small frustrating details start to lose their impact. So, when you're faced with a challenge, take a step back and view it in the context of your whole life. This broader perspective often reveals that the problem is not as overwhelming as it first appeared, enabling you to tackle it with a more balanced and effective approach. Memento mori, or the awareness of mortality, might initially sound morose, but its implications are profoundly life-enhancing. This Stoic reminder is not about fixating on death, it's about harnessing the awareness of life's finiteness to live more fully and authentically. The realization that our time is limited sharpens our focus on what is truly essential. It helps us discern the significant from the trivial. Why waste precious moments agonizing over a fleeting annoyance or a minor inconvenience? Stoicism teaches us that by keeping our inevitable end in view, we gain clarity to navigate life's everyday distractions and focus our energies on what genuinely matters. Beyond merely recognizing our mortality, memento mori instills a sense of immediacy and purpose in our actions. It's a call to live not in the future or the past but in the present. It encourages us to pursue meaningful experiences, mend relationships, and express gratitude and love now, not at some indefinite later time. Procrastination becomes a non-option when you embrace the fact that life offers a finite number of tomorrows. How can we integrate memento mori into our daily lives in a way that is empowering rather than disheartening? One approach is to use it as a lens through which we view our decisions and actions. When confronted with stress or frustration, ask yourself, in the grand timeline of my life, how significant is this issue? This perspective often reveals that many of our worries are inconsequential in the larger scheme, helping us redirect our focus to what enhances our peace and fulfillment. Memento mori is not about cultivating fear of death but about inspiring a zest for life. It's a tool to filter out the trivial, to differentiate the meaningful from the mundane. It encourages us to appreciate the present, celebrate our achievements, and cherish our connections. This philosophy does more than alleviate frustration, it enriches our life experiences. It prompts us to live with intention and gratitude, making every day count. Our actions become more purposeful, our connections deeper, and our moments more cherished. Memento mori serves as a constant reminder of life's transience, urging us to seize the day and make the most of the time we have. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic practices aimed at tackling frustration, remember that these strategies are not just theoretical concepts but practical tools for daily living. Implement them in a way that suits you best, whether you adopt one or blend several. The key is to make a start. Embrace these teachings not just as knowledge but as wisdom to navigate the complexities of life. If this segment resonates with you, if it ignites a spark of recognition or inspiration, share your experience, engage with our community, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Share which practice struck a chord with you or if you have discovered your own unique way of dealing with life's hurdles. Growth is a shared journey, and your insights might be the guiding light someone else is seeking. So let's not just journey through life, let's make each step count. Embrace the teachings of Stoicism and confront life's challenges with confidence and wisdom. You are equipped to face whatever comes your way.